Hey, coming at you today with a video for the early access game called The Black Masses. It's a 4-player co-op game that revolves around killing zombies, exploring, looting buildings, finding weapons, leveling up, RPG system quest line. It's a fun co-op game. So let's take a closer look. To start off, the game definitely has some beautiful environments. The world is well designed. There's unique areas to visit. And it seems like an actual environment you could run into in real life. Somewhere, not where I live. One of the things that I think kind of ruins the experience or immersion a little bit is you can tell there's a little stuttering and clippiness as you explore and play the game. And this is on a RTX 3090 with a 5950X. So this is a very high-end system, but it still experiences stutters. One of the nice things about the environment is you can climb some buildings. You can climb terraces, you can pull yourself onto ledges and explore areas that you otherwise might not be able to reach. When players are climbing, it looks pretty wonky, but when your character is actually climbing it from a first-person perspective, it looks pretty good. The Black Masses is filled with optional areas, optional houses and shacks and all sorts of really cool buildings, or any like camps, hidden camps in the world. The environment's got a lot of stuff you want to spend time looking into because it's worthwhile. It's not only cool to see there's enemies hidden in these buildings, but you'll find a lot of useful stuff, you know, consumables, your potions, your food, ammunition, repair kits to repair your weapons, new melee weapons. It is definitely worthwhile to spend some time exploring the beautiful environment in the Black Masses. The game's combat is where it shines the most. It's quite entertaining to explore the environment, pick up a weapon, whether it's a broom or something more advanced like a sword, and just go to town on zombie heads. There's abilities, there's range combat from muskets, crossbows, grenades, throwing knives. It's fun. Plus there's an RPG system that you can level and specialize in a specific fighting style if that's what you wish to do. Like I mentioned, the game has a pretty in-depth RPG system that allows you to level specific stats based on what weaponry you're using. As you can see, each stat has a different governed skill, so you know which to use, which weapon type to use to level that attribute. So the more you use a specific weapon, the stronger that weapon's going to be and the better you're going to be at using that weapon. There's also a blessing system, and this blessing system allows you to get passive and active abilities. The Fire Strike, Fire Whirlwind you saw earlier was from the strength tree. You can specialize in two-handers or one-handers, go more for a tanky type of build with higher health, higher regen, higher stamina regen, as well as range specialization with like a multi-shot type of ability. The map for Black Masses is actually quite large. As you see, the bottom half is marked Early Access, but it looks like they tend to expand to pretty much double the size in the north at some point. The enemies in the Black Masses can be a little bit buggy. When you're in closed environments like a house or something, they can get stuck. It doesn't happen too often, but there's definitely some houses that have some odd stairwells like this, where they'll get stuck under the stairs. They tend to make their way out of the stairs to actually, you know, fight you. But sometimes you'll see them walk through walls and just kind of leave the building like that zombie does there. So let's get to the best part about Black Masses. The hordes. This is the first time we come across an actual horde of enemies. It was almost frightening at that moment where they begin to charge us, turned and just started running. It actually gives you a good feel that you need to get out of there. Like, you should be shaking in your boots, crapping your pants in this situation. And it was definitely the highlight of our play experience, our test of the Black Masses, was seeing the first horde and just booking it away. It's the fear is short-lived though, because they peel off quite early, and we're left to just pick up any stragglers that may have followed us or any we ran into on the road. If you keep your distance enough, you can definitely pick off a fair amount of the horde, just firing shots into the crowd. And every time you hit an enemy in the Black Masses, you gain experience. If you take a look at the experience bar down at the bottom, you will notice quite big chunks of it going up as I damage enemies. You don't even have to get a killing blow, you just have to damage them. So it definitely feels a little cheap here to kind of stand in this area and farm experience. So I'm hoping that the AI becomes a little bit more responsive, that, you know, oh, a zombie next to me just got shot. Look over there, there's a pack of players, let's go rush them. So I hope the AI gets adjusted a little bit to kind of instill fear a little bit more, give you more of those heart-racing situations where you're fleeing for your life against 100+ enemies. So we decided to go back and see what this horde was all about. Is it truly something to fear? Is it something that we can just sit here and farm experience off of? Or is it risky? Is it more of a stupid move? Well, I definitely start getting in trouble quite quickly in there, and I have to start using consumables. The horde starts charging me again, and I am definitely forced to retreat, because I will not survive an onslaught like that. So we decided to go back again after farming a fair amount of experience off the last attempt. And you can see one of the enemies here is a knight. They're called possessed knights. They're definitely stronger than zombies, and they could quickly kill you if there's more than one of them wailing on you. So you definitely got to be a little bit more careful with them. Sniping them and reducing their health a little bit is usually the best way to go. Here at Oathbound Gaming, we like to take a closer look at the dev team and not just the game itself, to make sure that they're actually following through on their promises. So here we're looking at the recent update list, and you see in red, November 12th, they made a promise in that post that they will have a large content update dropping in 2 to 3 weeks. December 5th, they released update 1.98. That, in my opinion, does meet the 2 to 3 week promise. They did drop a nice content update. It leveled, the level cap has been increased to 60. They added quite a lot of extra area to explore. They added a lot of stuff there. So in my opinion, they definitely did meet that promise, and it's nice to see. This is December 15th, the recording date of this video, and as of this date, December 7th was the last update, which is pretty recent. So the project is in no way abandoned. The dev team's sticking to it, and that is very nice to see. And that is something on this channel we plan to hold those devs to. We want to look further at what the actual dev team's doing, not just the game itself, what's already released, but are they sticking to their words? And it's nice to see the Black Masses team is definitely doing that. The Black Masses came into early access on Steam on March 12th, 2020. So not too long ago, less than a year. And if we take a look at the roadmap they posted, we'll see here that they state, at these early stages, our current priority is fixing bugs and overall stability and balance, but here are some of our plans once we have stabilized things more. Every 3 to 4 weeks, we want to do large content updates once we have gotten past bug fixing and stability. They haven't gotten to that point yet. I will list things you can expect in content updates. New stories, level cap, new weapons, abilities, all that good stuff. Plus, we saw the map's going to be expanded quite a bit, which is always nice to see. As I stated previously, bug fixes, stabilization, and balance are the #1 focus for the time being. We are always eager to hear feedback from the community. You have all been such a great help in shaping the game so far. Have an amazing week. I agree with that. Stabilization, bug fixes, and balance way before any sort of major content updates. The dev team has been quite frequent in their responses on the forums, which is nice to see. As you see here in the screenshot, dev responded 9 hours ago at the time I took the screenshot, and December 8th to try to help a player out with a multiplayer hosting issue. I have not seen this issue. It's not really an issue for me, but it's nice to see them kind of, go into the forums, see if anyone's having any issues, and take some time to actually help them. We don't see that often anymore in these AAA studios, so it's nice to see an indie dev step up and do what's needed to be done to help their community. So Black Masses is an overall entertaining game to play. It's definitely a game that I would recommend playing with friends. I don't think I would enjoy this game solo. It gets a lot of its entertainment value out of just going through hordes of enemies with friends, with pals. That's the best thing I can say. So pick it up with a friend, maybe 3, so you have a nice 4-player group roaming around, because it definitely feels like that's how the game was meant to be played. Overall, I have a good time playing it, but let's not pretend it's all good. It definitely has its bugs. It has its performance-related issues. It's got its stuttering that you might catch in some of the recordings, but I left that in on purpose because you should see what the actual real game is like. So it's not all gumdrops and rainbows, is that the term? It's not all perfect. It definitely feels like it's an early access game, and it should become more stable over time. The dev team pretty clearly stated they wanted to fix bugs and issues related to performance before expanding too much on the content. Well, to end our playtest, we decided, well, let's rush head first, and let's see how long we survive. As you can see from the bodies, we've been farming this for quite a long time. So let's go make one last-ditch effort to get a few last kills before we end our quite entertaining test in the Black Masses. So all in all, the Black Masses is a pretty fun game. You could tell it's in early access. It's got its bugs. It's got its performance-related issues. It's got some UI elements that need to be polished or revamped entirely. But it's a fun game. It is definitely a fun game. It's got legs. It can get there, I definitely recommend waiting it out a little bit, seeing if they add a lot more content. They polish some of this stuff, and they make it a full-fledged game that we can be proud to support and give our thumbs up for. Right now, I say wait it out a little bit. The way we do things at Oathbound Gaming here is we do 3 videos on each early access game we're going to do, maybe more, but we want to do at least 3. So in 6 months, we're going to take another look at the Black Masses. We'll do a video update, see what updates have come to the game, see if the devs stuck to their word or if they abandoned the project. We'll get back to you on that. But we are currently running a RTX 3080 giveaway on our site, oathboundgaming.com. Feel free to like, subscribe, hit that bell if you want to get updates on our or notifications on our future videos. And hopefully I catch you guys in the Oathbound Gaming Discord. Thanks for watching.